Hi, scholars. This slideshow shows you how to write the annotated bibliography. You'll start your annotated bibliography by writing your research question at the top of the page. For this assignment, you'll find 8 scholarly sources related to your research topic, including at least one source that relates to writing or rhetoric theory. Write an MLA reference citation for each source. Write a summary of each source, at least 150 words with longer summaries for more important sources, and summaries must include cited textual support. This low-stakes assignment is worth 4 points. This is the most of any low-stakes assignment all semester because I expect it to take up to 4 to 6 hours to read and summarize your sources. So be sure to start work on this early enough so that you can spread the work out a little bit. The more effort you put into your annotated bibliography, the easier the literature review and research article will be to write. You must include at least 8 scholarly sources. If you include more than 8, your 8 strongest entries will be graded. Do not include any popular sources. See the difference between popular and scholarly sources on the types of sources slideshow. At least one of your sources must relate to writing or rhetoric theory. See the theoretical framework sources handout that I've linked on the slideshow. You'll be evaluated on your research skills, including using a variety of databases. Remember that students must include database titles in their MLA reference citations. All students should use JSTOR, Communication Mass Media Complete, Google Scholar, and UCF Libraries Primo Search, plus any subject-specific databases relevant to their topic. Each source will have one entry consisting of 2 parts. First, an MLA reference citation. I have a slideshow available with directions for how to cite sources in MLA. Then, the citation will be followed by the summary paragraph, which will include relevant information from each source, such as the exigence, purpose, or research question, main claim, thesis, answers to research question, plus major reasons or results, primary research methods used and/or theoretical frameworks applied if relevant, and most important, specific quotes, evidence, examples, key terms, and/or definitions that you expect to use in your literature review. The summary paragraph should be at least 150 words with more words for more important sources, and they should include cited textual support. Cited textual support means that you have to have specific quotes and paraphrases with page numbers. Always make sure to use the PDF option for articles, as these will provide page numbers. Occasionally, a source will only be offered in HTML with no page numbers. Use these sparingly. I'll usually check sources before taking off points for missing page numbers in these cases. If I miss something, just let me know, okay? Use the page numbers printed directly on the source. This is usually in the hundreds. These should line up with the page numbers in the reference citation. I have a slideshow available showing how to integrate textual support and how to create MLA in-text citations. Here are some general ANBIB and editing conventions. First, employ a variety of annotation verbs, words like claims, suggests, questions, to more precisely indicate what the source is doing. I've linked a useful list of annotation verbs in the slideshow. Avoid repeating information already included in the reference citation. For example, don't restate the author or the title at the beginning of your summary. Omit unnecessary words by editing sentence structures for concision. That means getting out any extra wordiness. One way to do this is to limit the use of to-be verbs such as is, am, was, were. Also, don't use first or second person in the summaries, so no me, my, or you or your. And use present tense to describe the sources. Because all sentences in the annotated bibliography should focus on the source, and because ANBIBs generally aim for as much concision as possible, meaning as much information in as few words as possible, this genre sometimes allows for the use of subjectless fragments. These sentence fragments omit the words the author or the source from the beginning of sentences with the assumption that the audience will mentally fill them in. And these sentences then start instead with an annotation verb. For example, argues for a new definition of rhetorical situation, where the words the author is left out, but you can fill that in yourself. The first sentence of the summary should usually be a complete sentence, and then most or all of the following sentences will be subjectless fragments. To format the ANBIB, put the summary directly under the reference citation for each source. Put annotations in alphabetical order according to the first word in the reference citation. Use hanging indentation for reference citations. That means the first line is flush left and all the subsequent lines are indented. I've linked directions for creating hanging indentations on Microsoft Word and Google Docs on the slideshow. Your ANBIB will be graded according to the following criteria: research, scholarly sources only, at least one theory source, the relevance of sources for the research question, coverage of relevant research conversations, various research strategies and multiple library databases used, variety and type, information, and perspective of sources. MLA reference citations. This means correct MLA citations for each source, and including the database titles for each source. Source summary content. All 8 source summaries are complete with all required elements. This takes into account specificity, support, depth, focus, and relevance of summaries. MLA in-text citations and integration of textual support. This means an appropriate mix and smooth integration of quotes and paraphrases with page numbers and parentheses. And finally, language: concise, academic, objective voice, variety of annotation verbs, limited use of to be verbs. I've linked a student example for you to review in the slideshow here. Feel free to inbox me with any questions or visit me in office hours for help with your secondary research or annotated bibliography. Bye.